Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today with another Barbie unboxing. Today we have got the third doll in the Barbie Signature Gala collection. This is Blue Sensation. She is the brand new modified Odile sculpt that is called Alma. And she is really cute. Now I'm going to let you know up front, she does not have a made-to-move match. Currently, according to Angel Kent, who is the designer, she does match the black Silkstone dolls, though, if you wanted additional articulation, and you'd get those same kind of body proportions. But she is on a Music Muse body, so she is curvier than the standard Barbie Model Muse bodies. So let's take a look at the actual doll. So we've got our lovely box, Blue Sensation. We've got her posed here on the back. And here is the bottom of the box. Now, she does not get a UPC because she is not an available on stores doll. She is a Mattel Creations exclusive. She retails for $50. No. Yes, 50. And she will probably be available for at least a few months because they make plenty of these dolls. These are not limited, as it says here on the box. As you can see, there is nothing on the back that says this is an edition size. So we don't really have to worry about it being sold out quickly. There is always a run on Odile's as soon as they become available, but I think they've learned enough by now to know that we are going to want them. So let's take her out of the box. So she looks very cute out of the box. We see a lot more ruffle than I thought was included in this box. Let's take a look. We've got our a certificate. As we can see, there's not an edition size on the certificate either. We've got a glitter transparent base. And then we are going to try to pop this out afterwards, I guess, because that is not going to come out naturally. So let's take a look. This. All right, I'll be back with her unboxed because it looks like she's going to be complicated. All right, she is out of the box and she looks great. Now, she is a little lopsided on the stand because it is kind of difficult to put on fully, but she looks spectacular. The face is giving. The dress I like more than I thought I would with this little like tail. I thought it was going to be mainly like a stop here. I didn't realize it had this much of a train. But the train is great. As you can see, this stand is not working real well. But that's okay. I did brush out her hair slightly because she got very snagged in the box. I don't love this iteration of the stole as much as I like the others because I think it's slightly narrower. It's definitely longer, but it's really cute. But it is like a full-length stole, which is great if you want that. But it's also not a satin lining. It's a poly, just like a polyester lining. So that feels a little bit worse, and I think it makes it bunch a little bit. That may just be mine, but it looks a little shortened on the sides. But she's really pretty. These shoes do not really stay on their feet real well. So if you are planning to have these on the doll, I recommend rubber banding them on. Let's take a look at the earrings. So as we can see, the earrings are sewn on to a bit of plastic that is then protecting the doll's head. And what a pretty face it is to protect. Like, so cute. I love the little starburst in the eye. And the pouty mouth looks great on Odile, like always. But like I said, this one is Alma. She is the modified version to have more Afrocentric features. But very pretty. So this is actually a different sculpt than the new ballet wishes Odile that we got this year, which is great. They're also slightly a different skin tone because ballet wishes did have a match. So we're gonna take a look at the dress and show you guys kind of what comes with it. So she does have this big bracelet over here. As we can see, it's kind of cool. It is the hard plastic. This is a new mold that at least a mold I haven't seen before. We have seen these earrings before, or pretty close to these. They do have some slight pixelation on the printing. You can easily fix that by going over it with a little bit of Mod Podge or Mr. Super Clear, and then painting a high gloss on those to make it a little bit shinier. But as we can see, the frills are great. This is a pleated iridescent organza. So it's very reminiscent of like the 90s mermaid fins. So it is very cute. The stand is really pulling. She has a saddle under there. And I think that's why every time I adjust this doll, she's pulling out of the base because the saddle is just not long enough. But she looks really cute. She also has like a standard vintage Barbie ring. So, I mean, do with that what you will. She does also have painted nails. So you can see that when I zoom in, but they're very almost neutral on her skin tone. So it doesn't make a huge impact in the way. I think I almost would have preferred to see like this this color blue, like an ice blue nail on her. But in the grand scheme of things, she looks great. So let's see. So the inside of the lining has been the same since Pink Premiere. It's very cute. I like the blue, so I'm a little bummed that this is pulling so much, but I maybe will be able to like iron this flat underneath a towel. And that might help. But again, I wouldn't iron fur normally. And I definitely usually wouldn't iron something like this that's connected to fur, but this is pulling so much that it's going to bother me. So let's take a look at some skin tone matches real quick. So we've got the Heidi looks. She's a little bit too dark. We've got the blue Made to Move Yoga. This is a second generation, and she's a little dark. She's a little bit closer in person, but on camera she pulls darker. see. And then we've got the yellow top made to move. And she's not a horrible match, but she is not a perfect match. And like I said, there are not really perfect matches for her right now, which is kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. So we're going to take a look at one that we know is too dark. So like Wheelchair Barbie is too dark. So honestly, the closest is probably going to be her or her, just depending on which tone you want to give, because these girls have different undertones. She has more of an orange undertone. She has more of a yellow undertone. So I think I would actually go with her, just because it's not super far off, but it's not like, yeah. So, because I think she has the same undertone as her. But, you know, I wish it was Heidi. That would be great, but it's not. Because I have just a few more of her than I have of this one, because she is older now, so she's getting harder to find. There was a time I was able to pick these up for $4 each at discount stores, and I stocked up back then, and I'm already running low. I think I have like 3 of these girls left. So Mattel, please release some more made to moves. But so I'm going to pause here, and we are going to swap her onto this made to move body and see how she looks. So here she is on this body. As we can see, she's a little darker, but I think the tone is there. Now, I have her earrings taken off because I wanted to kind of show you guys a close-up of how she is sewn on. So, as you can see, she is sewn onto the plastic. So you do have to be kind of careful when you are removing these, because what you don't want to do is hit the plastic shank and then wind up cutting your earring. But once we do that, we've got it off and we can put it back on the doll. I'm going to do both before I pick her up. Okay. And then we can put her back in her hole like that. If you do boil wash her to set her hair or anything, just remember that your earplugs, like your plug holes, are going to close up again if you are not careful. So we put her other thing back on, and her shoes are going to kind of fit. But again, these don't stay flat on made to moves, and they don't stay flat on our model muses. So you just kind of gotta wing it. So she looks really cute. So again, it's not perfect, but it's not bad for what we have right now. I'm hoping that maybe one of the new basics that's coming out this week is going to be a match for her, but we will see. So I will update if I get one of those that actually looks like it's going to be a great match. But she is really pretty, and if you wanted to move her ring over, you would just have to do kind of the same process of putting an earring in, which is taking the hand off and putting it in some boiling water, and then you would poke the hole where you want it, which is generally going to be right about here. And then you'd put the you use a thumbtack for that. And then as it sets, wiggle it around, take it out quickly, and put the ring back in there. So then you wind up with a really cute made-to-move hand that has a ring in it. So if you guys have any questions on these, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like. And as always, follow along for some more fun unboxings. All right, y'all. Be good. Bye.